Keep going, really close to the camera. Oh, wait.
This is why we came. This is why we traveled halfway across the world. We came to share Jesus and be an example of his love in Swaziland. So while we are here in the kingdom of eSwantini, or Swaziland, our squad of 45 people are doing children's ministry. Each team from our squad works at a different care point. Care points are places where kids can go and just be kids. They get to play, hang out, and get a decent meal. Care points typically consist of a building and a playground, and the meals that they eat are actually rice and bean packets that have been packaged from the US, which is super cool. At each care point, there's a person called a shepherd who are basically in charge. Our shepherd's named Pendila, and she grew up in the town where the care point is, and she's respected by the children and adults there. The shepherds watch over the kids, disciple them, love on them, and even teach them about health and communication and other things that they may not learn at home or school. Our job in going to the care points is to show these children God's love and to share Jesus with them. Some days it's talking with a 15-year-old about the differences between Swazi and America. Sometimes it's singing "I'll Call Upon the Lord" with the same young girl every day. Sometimes it's holding a child for 4 hours and allowing him to fall asleep on you. Sometimes it's talking about Jesus' sacrifice. Sometimes it's playing the same game all day. Sometimes it's listening to them sing the same song for hours on end. Sometimes it's teaching the kids an American line dance. And sometimes it's just simply sitting, being, and holding their hand. The first day of ministry was so incredibly hard because we were just holding kids and having short conversations with a few of the older ones. I really struggled to look for God's value in being there if we weren't going to talk about him or share the gospel. But I realized that I needed to be patient, and God was going to use this time to build relationships with the kids, that God wanted me to learn that you don't have to speak verbally to tell someone about Jesus. You can show his love through your actions, and they'll still see a difference in you. Jesus said in John 13:35, "And by this they will know that you are my disciples, that is, by loving one another." This was a great learning process, and once we established a bit of our relationship with our shepherd Pendila, she began letting us do Bible lessons with the kids. We act them out and get them involved, and it's so cool to see them remembering the lessons later on. So we go to ministry 4 days a week, Tuesday to Friday. We typically leave around 10 in the morning. My team, which is also known as Team Joy, have about a 30-minute drive to ministry every day. To be honest, I absolutely love the drive though. We drive with the windows down, and as we go past amazing mountains, it is so gorgeous. And we wave to so many people who are walking on the street, and it's the coolest thing to see them from going completely stone-faced to having this wide, genuine smile and waving back at us. Once we get to ministry, we always greet the older women first, also referred to as go-go's. After that, we put our stuff down and start playing with the kids. This looks different every day, but God's faithfulness in it does not. He gives us such awesome opportunities to have great conversations with the kids. He always gives us avenues to love and serve them better. He really is such a good God. Twice a week, we do a Bible lesson with the kids, and then around 12:30 or 1, we head into the small building for lunch, and then after that, it's back out to the kiddos. After giving all the kids hugs and blowing kisses to them, at the end of the day, we typically leave at 4:30, and that's our ministry day. As I said, our care point is about 30 minutes outside of the town that we are living in. From our observations, our care point is in a bit of a poorer area than the rest of our squads. Our kids are more poorly dressed with tons of holes in their clothes and sizes that just don't fit them. But we don't judge them based on their appearance because Jesus certainly would not. Our care point also has a choir that Pendila put together. They all sound amazing, and I love hearing their voices in different styles of music. They're planning to compete in a competition in Manzini. I figured I should tell you also that I have a baby. Now, he's not really mine, but I say he is. This sweet child is 5 years old, and I hold him each and every day. So far, he's fallen asleep on me 6 out of the 7 days I've held him. He's so sweet, and he is so hungry for love and attention. And though I do hold him, and that does satisfy some of the love that he needs, ultimately God can only do that and fill that void within him. He has the cutest dimples and the sweetest smile. Ugh, I'm so glad God has allowed me to meet him. I can't wait to see what he teaches me. Ministry has been so amazing, and we always look forward to going to it. I'm excited to share more stories with you guys through my blog as time goes on. God said, "And let the little children come to me." God cares so deeply for these kids, and because of that, so do we. I can't wait to see God continue to work through us and using us to further his kingdom and bring glory to his name through this ministry. I also can't wait for God to use these children to radically transform my life. Our team would love prayer that the older kids would open up to us more, as it's a cultural thing to be very private here. Also pray that these kids would come to have a personal relationship with Christ and that he would use us in that. These children are so precious to the Lord, and I cannot wait to share more about children's ministry with you guys. Thanks for all the support and prayers. I love you all. Bye-bye now.